Noreen and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we have a Greek theme going on in my kitchen. Can you guess what we're going to make? We're going to make Spanikopita, or Greek spinach pie. Today we're going to make one that's family style. This recipe is going to make 2 9x13 pans of Spanikopita. And you're going to be able to freeze one and bake one off for dinner. So let's see how we make this. We're going to go over the ingredients, and we're going to make amazing, easy Spanikopita. If you're not familiar with Spanikopita, I think you might be, you just don't know it. Spanikopita is a Greek spinach pie, and they sell them at the food court in the mall, and they sell them at every Greek restaurant under the sun, and they have spinach. So this is two bunches of fresh, regular spinach that I got at the produce section, and I washed it very carefully in a colander because it's very sandy when it comes from the field, so you want to be sure. I cut off the ends, and then what I did was I rinsed it under cold water to wash it, and then I rinsed it under scalding hot water to wilt it a little, and then I went ahead and I squeezed it really, really good. I tore it apart, and then I chopped it, so it's got a bit of a chop to it. It's not super fine, but it's fine enough. So this is 2 pounds of spinach that has been washed, wilted under hot water, and chopped. Then we need 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of fresh feta. This is just crumbled feta. I like to get it in the block, but I don't live close enough to my Sam's Club to get that big piece. This is about 1 cup or 1 entire bunch of green onions, white and green parts, 3 eggs, about 1/2 cup of fresh dill, and about 1/2 cup of fresh flat leaf parsley. And then we're also going to have about a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. All this gets wrapped up in Fillo dough. You can buy this in the freezer section of your grocery store, and you're going to want to let this sit out on your counter for at least 2 hours at room temperature after you take it out of the freezer. And it's very, very thin. And I'm not going to open these up quite yet because I don't need them quite yet. But when you take them out, you're going to want to have a damp towel ready so that they don't dry out completely while you're working with them. So, how you get started here is super, super simple. We have our spinach. We have our feta. Okay. Our parsley. Our dill. And if you like dill more than we do or like it less than we do, you can leave it out, but I don't recommend you leave it completely out. You can back off on it. Rick isn't a big fan of fresh dill, and neither is Molly, so I actually did cut back a bit from, you know, it calls for like a whole bunch of dill, and my bunch of dill was really big. So okay, let's give this just a bit of a toss. It smells incredible. I can't begin to tell you. In with 3 eggs. And our pepper. And that'll all get mixed in. I'm also going to give a healthy squeeze of olive oil. A couple of tablespoons. No salt goes in here because the feta cheese is salty enough for everything. Give this a good mix around. Okay. When you open up your Fillo, this is what it's going to look like. It comes kind of interleaved a bit, and then thusly. Now, you want to make sure you have some damp paper towel available because you don't want this to dry out before you use it. So I'm just going to set this off to the side, and then we're going to move on to the base. I have this is a half steam table pan, or it's like a 9x13 casserole, or like a brownie pan. You're going to put a squeeze or so of olive oil in the bottom. Get that on the bottom really well. And if you have some olive oil cooking spray, I highly recommend that you use it. I'm using my Misto today, and it's filled with olive oil. I just freshly filled it. So, you're going to take 2 sheets of the Fillo. Or 3, depending on what its mood is. Okay. I'm going to put this in the bottom. Don't worry if it gets wrinkled or anything else. It's okay. All right. Now, just fold it in there. Spray it. Okay. I may have overfilled my... Now, take another sheet. Spray it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't take 6 sheets, take another sheet. And if it breaks, don't worry about it. It's all fine. Just stick it down there in the bottom. The secret is you want to spray or use a pastry brush with a bowl of olive oil next to you. And spray. There you go. All right. Thank you, honey. He knew where I was going next. I'm going to put another one at the end here, and I'm going to let it hang off like halfway. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same on the other end. And I am not Greek. I did not grow up Greek. And so if there are people who say that's not traditional, yeah, you're probably right. This is how I learned how to make it. So.
I'm saying it's the right way, or you're saying it's the way we do it?
It's the way I'm doing it. All right. Cover up your Fillo so it's nice and damp. And then you're going to go and you're going to get your bowl of filling. And you're going to use about half. I would say that's good. Spread it in. Just like that. Now, these overhangs come in. And the ones on the sides as well. Push them down. And spray. I need to pump. Okay, now fold back your wet paper towel and we're going to cover up the top. is you're going to need to cut this before you put it in the oven. So you're not going to want to cut it all the way through, but you're going to want to cut it through the top because it's more difficult to cut once you bake it. This is also general practice with baklava as well. Now my oven is preheated at 350 degrees, and we're going to pop that right in there. And that's going to go in there for 35 to 40 minutes. When it's done, we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it has been 35 minutes.
Look at that.
Look at that. Perfectly done Spanikopita.
Awesome.
Spanikopita, spinach pie, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to pop it right over here. And we're going to come back in just a few minutes and we're going to serve a piece of this for you so you can see what it looks like. And I'm going to have Rick taste it so you can get a unbiased opinion on my spinach pie. We've let this cool for just a few minutes before digging into it, and we're going to go ahead and serve a piece up. Now you are going to have to cut through just to loosen things up on the bottom. Look at that. Oh, perfect. Perfectly cued steam.
Cue steam.
Yeah. I'm going to cut another piece here because I know that once I cut one, everybody's going to be digging into this thing. Look at this one's even a better cross section in the corner piece. So beautiful. Look at that. So pretty. All right. I guess the only thing missing here is a fork. It's hot. Crispity crunchity, Oh, yeah, really. Okay, you ready? Is it good? Okay. Now I'm going to try it. Don't show me eating.
Hot.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You can make this at home, folks. You don't need to spend a lot of money on the frozen pre-made ones. You can make this yourself. Now, I'm not kidding. This is delicious. Wow. So, okay, before we go, I want to show you. I made the second one. Now, I get these foil lids, and these are available at Sam's Club right next to where... Really? You don't need this. You gotta get down, baby.
You don't like spinach?
No. You spit vegetables out. I prepared it all the way through the bake, up until you put it in the oven. You put a lid on it, seal it up, put it in your freezer. When you want to cook this, make sure you mark it. Spanikopita, spinach pie, bake from frozen at 400 degrees uncovered for 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, once it turns this beautiful golden brown color, you want to take it out of the oven. And make sure you let it sit 5 minutes before you serve it. So this one's going to be popped right in my freezer. I got 2 meals for one. I get to bank one of these spinach pies for another time because frankly, this with a salad is a great meal all by itself. You can serve it as a side dish. You can serve it as a main course. You can serve it as a breakfast or brunch offering. You can serve it as an appetizer. All you need to do is cut these into little triangles. And you're good to go. So, there's our spinach pie. So delicious. We're going to probably devour that one after we get off camera. So, I hope that you try this, and I hope that you understand how easy it is to make this at home without having to spend a terrible amount of money. Absolutely gorgeous. Hope you try it. I hope you love it. Until next time, we'll see ya. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time, happy eating!